Hello, and welcome back to Kaiserreich. The, I don't know, war to get the Japanese out of our country. Sino-Japanese war, War of Chinese Liberation, I don't know. Anyways, so we have just Ponzored. That just happened right now. We've just Ponzored everyone in this peninsula again. I'm going to be retaining a bunch of guys in reserve. Got any infantry plus? We do. We're going to do some shifting around of dirds. We're going to do some nerd shifting. So that our reserve force can be more reserved. So we're going to swift around a bunch of these guys. And we are now going to deploy our main army to achieve what we long hoped for. To fully destroy the Japanese foothold in our territory. We're going to do this by starting here. And we're going to punch right down. Capture their ports and drive them into the sea. As you do. Yunnan has finally deployed its forces, which is nice. I like it. I like it. Shaanxi and Xinjiang are doing their thing. Currently beating up the Mongolians. How alive are the Mongolians? Oh, they're pretty alive, actually. Apparently Urga is a very potent victory point. Nah, I don't really, I'll be honest, I'm not terribly impressed by them. Okay, I'm not going to attack. We're kind of a little bit exposed, but I really don't feel super threatened. Look how few troops they have. Events that make you go, See, what I really want to do is retain these folks as like a reserve, like a mobile reserve. That would be nice. Do we even have any planes left? Yeah, we have one. Okay, we actually still do have planes left. There are no airplanes in reserve. Okay, well, so these are all... We're just gonna combine all these air wings into one single air wing. We should not have... How do I merge? Merge. Alright, sweet. Anyways, they do not have that many forces. Censorship in the arts. As the revolution continues, the grinding gears of state machinery often takes an oppressive form. Long accustomed to evading reactionary censorship, with the shoe now on the other foot, the Kuomintang does not hesitate to express media unfavorable to the cause. A myriad of restrictions have slowly been put into place, either officially or unofficially, and censors have deployed into the relevant telegraph stations. With many rural citizens illiterate, Kuomintang control of information can be concentrated in the cities. The Central Executive Committee has passed the revised standards for news censorship, giving considerable authority to the Central News Agency in setting up guidelines for all newspapers. Censors often have wide latitude in interpreting restrictions, causing a race for publishers to find ways around them. Well, what's perhaps interesting too is that such aggressive government actions against counter-revolutionary work seem to have rubbed off on the students, who regularly target critical press on their own initiative. Oh boy. In the world of culture, there have been plenty of artists of all types sympathetic to revolution. Many, however, have chafed under these restrictions. Indeed, complain the Kuomintang are little better than their predecessors. Indeed, many publishing companies have begun to self-censor out of fear of offending government sensibilities. But at this point, most have given up on halting the government from suppressing public criticism. Prominent intellectuals have made the case that the arts require at least some creative freedom, particularly those aligned with revolutionary values. I'm going to go with a little leeway is key for expression in art. So how are we doing on... I'm going to modernize the yellow levies. How are we doing on rage mode? Okay, we don't have enough support equipment. Oh, we need support equipment. Okay, well. We have enough artillery, which is kind of crazy. And we have enough civilian trains, so... not that many. So I'm just going to do that. Just not going to make any. Anyways. Okay, we're still not here yet. Oh, and we can do makeshift bridges. Which gives us better river attack. You know, I kind of want to wipe these guys out, so I'm going to go wipe these guys out. Nope, not like that. Anyways, time to attack. Let's get across those rivers. I am more than willing to. Do this. Nope. No. Stay. I mostly want to wipe these guys out. Though, actually, their presence is kind of good. There's literally nobody here. You cross. Go take that and retreat. Anyways. You need to pay attention here. This whole little shebang is kind of a tricky little wicket. We've created the NEC! Yay! Economy not bad no more. Economy good now. Fix economy! Yay! No, fortify that. We did it! More button press. Develop the heavy industry sector. Heavy. There it is. I'm good with expanding the United Front? Good question. I'm making a delay a little bit. Sardinia has been annexed. Press the delay button. See, my initial plan was bad, and my new plan is good. We're just gonna straight up cut in. We're gonna slice right to Hangzhou. Look at that. Mongolia has capitulated. Just gonna pass. What? We didn't even take all of it? Boo. Well. Yeah. Anyways. Anyways. Who are they at war with? No one. So, okay. It's weird that they control that territory, but whatever. Well, these guys are all dead. How long truce last? Till July. Okay, whatever. There's actually not that many guys here. I kind of want to save those dudes from getting crushed. So, attack now? We attack now? Maybe we attack now? What attack now? Maybe swap these guys over to a horse. Just to make my life easier. Oh, and attack, by the way. How many factories do we have? None. Like, no factories. Maybe we boost that real quick. We're gonna have to eco fast. Radio time! We've delayed long enough. I'm actually gonna increase the speed. Time to increase the decrease. This is a problem. I'll just fortify that. I love the horse blitz strategy that I'm using. It's just not a good strategy, but like... Attack everyone! I'm gonna get popping. Alright, sweet. We're popping off. Yes, I will accept your gun donation. Okay, we actually have real, meaningful... Okay, sweet. Okay! They don't have any more units, it would seem. So, we need to cut them off before they can retreat. Like, that would be great. I think you can tell how long my play sessions are based on when the music stops being Chinese and starts being like random nonsense. I'll be honest, I liked a lot of random nonsense. This is really bad. The extremely dumb robots have decided to get themselves trapped, 19 of their divisions trapped in this little spot. Oh, it's gonna be 18 pretty soon. Right. I'm gonna still keep these guys in reserve. Like, need to fix road. Road fix good. Fix road. Fix mostly fixed road first, then less fixed road. Like that. The foresight building route is so pointless at this point, but like whatever. Yeah, they're retreating to Ningbo. That's so frustrating. They're down to 18 now. Probably get a guy here. Like 17 years ago, I should have gotten a guy here. Anyways, infantry, I already got. Entrenchment expert. Armor grouping is probably better, actually. Bring it on. There's already an appointed advisor with that trait. Entrenchment expert. Sure. Armor grouping expert. Already an advisor with this trait. Perfect. How are we doing on the... We can't attack out of that. It's cheating. That's probably fine. Elastic defense. More max planning. That's good, I guess. We've recaptured Shenyang. No, that's our first recapture. Okay. That should give us more buttons to press. Anhui Industrial Plan. Okay. Just gonna press this. I'm not gonna overthink it. Anyways. Let's liberate some Chinese women. Okay, don't know what that did. It cannot be that important. Alright, well, whatever's going on here, this isn't important anywhere. We're gonna try cutting these folks off. And instead, we're going to slash to here, and then slash to here, which should finish the war right and proper. Because that will leave us with a big blob of nerds here. Okay. Boy. Okay. I don't need that. I don't think I want that. How much do we have in terms of social concerns? Yeah, it's 1%. Okay, let's read this. Expanding the United Front. It wasn't always like this. Years ago, when the Tongming first took power at the end of the Xinhai Revolution, there was hope for a multipolar democratic republic. But even as they entered Beijing for negotiations, sinister machinations were already in play. The dream of a peaceful handover of power was dashed. In its wake, the Kuomintang was formed by an aggrieved Dr. Sun. The party has made its share of alliances with warlords and Republicans, notably the Constitutional Protection Movement, but ultimately it came to naught. And Dr. Sun, we realized we were better off alone. The Chinese United Front, with the League of Chinese Socialists, was the sole exception to this. The decision to reach out to syndicalist powers splintered the party into factions, yet another painful memory for the weary movement. In the end, it was this alliance that now stands triumphant in Beijing. The question today is what to do with the others. The dozens of other factions who collaborated with them, collaborated with the corrupt Beiyang system. Many centrist factions have reached out in hopes of having a place in our new government. These politicians have a variety of motivations, some due to patriotism, some due to aligned goals, others due to naked opportunism. Although the Kuomintang pressed the need for a one-party state during tutelage, this does not need to be so literally interpreted, as the LCS can attest. Alternatives include allowing individual politicians to run as Deng Wai, literally outside of party or party outsider. For this scheme to work, a reasonable number of seats must be set aside for these independents, though obviously not enough to challenge Kuomintang rule. Another option is simply absorb certain elements into the party directly. After all, there are plenty of people who once swore allegiance to the broad-tent Tongminghui, sworn, however, that not everyone will be happy if we debase our party, even if it advances the ultimate goal of democracy. But it will send a message across the land that we are not a gaggle of socialist radicals, but a reasonable movement worthy of Dr. Sung's legacy. So... I think this is the more interesting option. And our war support's already massively high. Party elders go up to 6. Look at that. One moment. They're down to 16. We're going to swing north. Ye Ting. Where are you? What, Ye? Ye Ting. I'm going to give you Ambusher. Clearly, you're intended for defensive operations. We're gonna try to hold these fools fast. Ugh. No, wrong button. Well, that screwed everything up. It's now 1942. Ugh. Well, this whole operation has kind of proven itself to be somewhat of a failure. But, you know, somewhat is somewhat. I think it's run into supply issues. This particular blitz operation, I think, proved to be more or less a fantasy. As our infantry advance, they lose cohesion. And that is not good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Federalist principles in the movement? Federalism, in its current state, has been largely discredited within Kuomintang circles. This was because of its affiliation with Chen Zhongming, a Guangdong general who broke with Dr. Sun in 1922 after a bitter series of mutual escalations. Many members of the party felt personally attacked, and in many cases, quite literally, by betrayal, and the ensuing bad blood has poisoned ties between Southern Republican groups. But federalism as a concept has its predecessors in the party. Li Shizeng, for example, argued that federalism is a continuation of the Proudhonist principle of federation, a necessary step in the eventual implementation of anarchism in China. To him and others in the world society, a proper form of federalism would require sharing between central and local units. This cooperation would exist between villages, districts, provinces, regional councils, and up to the central government, something he referred to as Fengji Heizhou, and eventually, and identified with French concept of regionalisme and fédéralisme. Regionalisme and fédéralisme. Eventually, the hope is that a worldwide federation will be established and power devolves slowly downwards until the state is abolished. This line of thinking has been criticized not only by Marxist-inspired factions of the party, but also many of the nationalist factions. Notable turnabout in the early 1920s, the term self-government was seized out of Kuomintang propaganda in favor of local administration. To the Kuomintang, self-government became less associated with democracy and more associated with the continuation of warlordism, a fact not helped by Chen Guangming's decision to accept Wu Peifu's rule. Nonetheless, throwing a bone out there for federalist remnants of the country would help smooth unification, but the short-term compromise can only hold together for so long. But could they possibly be long enough? I'm inclined to enforce centralization. Nope, one government, nerds, and it's us. Alright, that is going to be it for now. I will see you in the next episode. Things have gotten a little messier than they were last time, but also a little more productive. I'm still going to try to rescue these 15 divisions now that are stuck up here in their stupid little place, but, you know, we'll see if that works out. Alright, see you later.